Okay, so one thing I want to talk about is just what you should be doing with a young horse that you are trying to get fit up or trying to just get ready for saddle work in the near future, and also just any of your horses. But the some of the key things that you should do with your horse on a regular basis is one, pick their feet up. Your farrier is going to appreciate it so much. And I know some horses are very bad, but when you go to pick the feet up, you want to be able to, okay, I use my head right here. If they don't want to pick this foot up, I'll push my head right there, and then I push my head, and then as I'm pushing my head into them, I lift that up. Now, if I'm alone, I want to make sure that I can push them away from me at all times, okay? So, you don't want them biting you. So again, with any young horse, I would veer away from feeding young horses a whole lot of treats because they'll start to get a little nippy. And maybe later on, as they get more broke, you can introduce them to some treats, but you can always put a bucket, have a designated treat spot like a bucket or something. But if you start giving them treats all the time, they're going to turn into um, uh, Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs or something. And so when you're picking up the front foot, I use, if I'm picking up the right front, I'm going to use my right hand. Slide down, good. Go below the ankle. Okay, he was really good there. That's all I want to do. That's all, I mean, if you can do this daily, and you can see the bugs are bothering him. There's some nasty little sandflies out here. But this is all you got to do. If you do this every day, pick the feet out, pick that out, boom. That's all you got to do. Now, you're going to really help your farrier. And also, it just establishes that connection with you and the horse, and you get to check, all right, are his tendons swollen? Running down, I already checked this guy, but I'm going to check, okay, slide my leg down, tendons are not swollen. So now, here's how I do the hind leg. There's two ways you can do it. Still right side, right arm, hold my end. You can have them tied up if you want to, but slide down, right hand on the right hind, lift up, my butt pushes into their belly to make them bring that weight off their right hind. Good. There we go. That was it. Now you can extend it out. Push your right leg, right knee against that right hind like that. Boom. There we go. Good boy. So slide in. If he doesn't want to come off and get that weight off, push your butt up into the belly. There we go. Comes out. That's good. The other way to do it is put your one hand on top of the withers, like if they keep turning into you. Now I need to figure out a way where I can keep the front end not turning into me. So I push that, reach down, lift up, good boy. And if they put too much weight on you when you have it up, just drop it. Let it fall. As long as you're safe out of the way. Let them bang their foot off the ground, and it teaches them that they need to have a little self-awareness, and they need to pay attention to what they're doing with their body because they won't like banging their foot. So if that's all you do is just pick the feet up a little bit each day and then stretches. Not enough people don't stretch their horse, especially in the front legs here. If you can, lift that toe, bring that toe out, stretch. Good boy. You can feel them kind of stretch with that. So that's an easy one to do. And if you did this every time before you rode and during, actually the best time is to do it in the middle of your ride after the horse's legs are warm, because then those tendons are warm and you can stretch those. That's all it takes, just a little stretch like that. Hind legs, you do a similar deal. Hind legs are a little bit different and a little bit harder to do, I think, just because you got a lot of funny weight coming up here. But you don't have to hold it for very long. And then you can bring the hind leg back. Good, and down. So you want to bring the foot out and down. And don't get kicked. So you want to know your horse. Okay, so lifting their feet. checking their tendons every day, cleaning out their feet, stretching them. Those are all wonderful things that will help your farrier, it'll help your vet, it'll help any trainer that you may send your horse to. It will help them so much if you repeatedly do these things on a regular basis. So remember that the repetition is the main part. They might suck at doing some of the stuff I just did, but after you do it like 2 weeks, like I've been doing with this guy, they get really good at it. So, I mean, it doesn't take long. You just have to be repetitive about it, okay? So you have to do it over and over. There. Now I've stretched him. He's maybe had a couple weeks of stretching like that. All I'm doing is I want to make, my goal here is to pull the head around towards me. So I want to keep his legs still. So I want to be up here by the withers so that if he walks towards me, I can push with these withers away with my arm. Now I'm just going to pull this head. There. As soon as he comes my way, I loosen up. Good boy. Now he's keeping me back here all by himself right now. Good. That's awesome. So if you do those kind of stretches, that's really going to benefit everything you do with your horse. So all it is you don't have to pull hard. You're not pulling hard. And you just have to wait. Sometimes you just have to wait. Hold lightly. There. I give him a release as soon as he comes around. He didn't come all the way around, so I'm going to do it again. Now he's backing up. I get it that he's backing up, and that's fine. Here's now his front end's moving because I do some exercises similar to this. So I have to remind him, like, hey, I'm going to push on your withers because I don't want your withers to move. So as soon as I feel his withers stop moving and his feet stop moving, then I pull that face. There. Good boy. All right. So that's today's tips.